Hey everybody, Editor Matt here. As you may know, one of the goals of Brandon and Ian of DrawBomb is to inspire their friends to explore their creativity. I like to be creative by spending an outrageous amount of time making custom teams on College Football 26's Team Builder website. So I'm just going to show you a couple of those. First of all, we've got Flummox State. The team mascot is the Pyrenees, just a big old dog. And we went with the blue, black, and white color scheme here. I like the chrome helmets. Very fun team to play with. Also, in just a bizarre crossover of interests, I made a team based on Claire Obscure Expedition 33. And again, it's just, I love the aesthetic here. Nice little gommage uniform there. And finally, probably my favorite of everything I've made, we've got the Thunder Bay Magpies. So we went with I love a winged helmet. Went with purple color scheme. Big fan of how this one turned out. I think the alternate gray and purple is my favorite here. Love this one. And so it has led to this, the DrawBomb Academy of Art. All right, here's the lore. Akron decided to stop playing football because it is too hard. Ian Newton and Brandon Chapman, having just founded their own art school, took Akron's place in the Mid-American Conference. In time, they hope to dispel the hurtful rumor that artistic people cannot be elite Division I athletes. That's why they've hired head coach Brian Newman, but mostly because his name is an elegant portmanteau of both of their names. And just to give you a brief overview of the roster, we've got senior quarterbacks, John Best, who's a pocket passer, incredibly slow, decently accurate. We've got Guy Solis. He is a pure runner with absolutely just a terrible arm. So that's what we're working with there. We got to figure out who's going to fit best in each situation. Our most balanced running back is also a senior, Emmett Moody, 70 overall. That's one of our best players. It's a problem. Our best player on defense is Scotty Peck, the senior middle linebacker at 78 overall. That's about it on defense. The rest of the team is terrible. We do have star punter Don Klur. We've got him. At least we can flip the field once in a while. So like I alluded to, a big problem we're facing is that all of our best players are seniors. So we've got a lot of recruiting to do, and let me just go through some of them. Got this quarterback, a 3-star named Major Williams. We're first on his list. This guy's a 1-star gem, David Ring. He could turn out to be decent, and we've got a good chance with him only being a 1-star. Lester Watford, 3-star halfback. The rest, we're just kind of in the middle of the pack on all of them. Recruiting's going to be difficult to start out with. But, it's going to be fun that way, guys. It's going to be a journey for all of us together. Also, Emmanuel Butts, I want him because it will be funny. We'll take a closer look at recruiting after our first game against Michigan at the Big House. And we'll take you into a recap of this game. For this first episode, I kind of wanted to just introduce the teams, show where we're at, and see how we stack up against the best teams in the nation. In the future, I'll probably do live commentary and then edit from there. But for this first game, we're going up against Michigan, so you probably know how it's going to go. So let's take a look at some moral victories. In real life, Michigan just got destroyed by Ohio State, so maybe we've got a chance in this game, right? Not exactly. Things didn't start off very well. We started with the ball, and our first handoff to Emmett Moody was absolutely stuffed. And then we just could not find a receiver. I couldn't even see what buttons to push. However, we did get our first visit from star punter Don Klur. Let's see what he can do. Oh, well, at least they're not in our territory. And just to set the table for our non-football fans, Bryce Underwood was one of the most highly recruited quarterbacks coming out of high school. That's what we're up against here. And unfortunately for us, Michigan's first play from scrimmage was a 25-yard pass, putting them in scoring position. But the boys are resilient. Look at this open field tackle by junior free safety Rob Crane, followed by another big stop by Rob Crane on second down. And on third down, Donnell Hancock and Ernest Meza get pressure on Underwood, forcing him to throw it away and hold the Wolverines to a field goal. Moral victory number 1. Later in the first quarter, after forcing a 3rd and 17, this bullshit happened, which later led to Michigan's first touchdown of the game. Later on in the second quarter, Bryce Underwood remembered that he's faster than everyone on our team and ran for a big gain. Despite how the score ended up being, the defense did play pretty well. Look at that hit by Scotty Peck! Unfortunately, no one else on the team can tackle, and they scored. But that's okay, because we're about to put on a masterclass 2-minute drill. See what I did there? That was a misdirection, okay? That is comedy. So like right after that interception, this was their first play, and I don't even have any commentary for this. Just, oh dear, that's not ideal. And then I threw another interception. That was a bad one. That one's on me, guys. So going into halftime, we had to make a big play on defense. We didn't want to be down 31-0, and oh my God, Scotty Peck again, forcing the fumble, keeping the Wolverines off the board, at least this one time. And then finally, late in the third quarter, we broke free with a big play, 15-yard run by Emmett Moody, which put us in field goal range. And indeed, the offense did stall out, and we had to settle for a field goal. But, moral victory, we scored 3 points at Michigan Stadium as an art school. I'm shocked too. And I'm just going to keep it real with you, not much happened after that. We did lose 24-3, but again, another moral victory. Second half, we really stepped up and didn't allow a single point. So, I gotta tell you, I feel good about the defense led by Scotty Peck. And just a quick look at the stats. Our best passer was John Best. 116 yards, 15 for 29. Honestly, better than I expected. Rushing was just not great at all. Moody had 12 carries, 57 yards. For Michigan, Bryce Underwood, 194 yards on 13 of 17. Yikes. And rushing, they didn't rush that much. It was all Underwood. But of course, our star on defense, Scotty Peck, 2 tackles for loss, 5 solo tackles, and a strip sack. Big fan of Scotty's work out there. Alright, so with that recap out of the way, we'll move on to week 1. Okay, so we're first on a lot of players' boards here. I like to see that. Let's take a closer look. Okay, Major Williams, number 1. We kind of look like we're running away with it. Let's take a look at his scouting report. 87 throw power, 71 speed, 74 acceleration, decent accuracy. Obviously he's a day 1 starter, but he could be a star for us. David Ring I kind of look at as a project, being a 1-star gem. I just kind of want to see how he would develop. He has okay attributes, especially for a 1-star, so he could be fun. I'd at least like to have him as a backup. Lester Watford, yes. Not very fast, but he's better than what we've got. Oh no! Losing Emmanuel Butts, but we're going to stay in the race. That'll do it for this episode. Next week, we've got an away game at Missouri State. Can we get into the win column? I say we have a chance. I mean, they're only 10 points better than us, and we've got impact player Scotty Peck. I'll see you next time.